Do you have braces and is it really hard to clean?
Yeah.
Let's show you how to do it. Time for some PFOing so you know where you're going. Hey everybody, today's episode, we are going to show you a few techniques about how to clean your teeth when you have braces on, and I've got somebody to help us do it. Let's go find her. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you...
Micah.
Oh, she nailed it. This is my friend Micah. She has just started the braces treatment. She said, teach me everything you need to know about becoming a Jedi Knight. Did you say that for real? Oh, she really did want to know that.
Me too.
Me too.
Actually, she asked about how to keep your teeth clean. So she volunteered to help us make this video to show you what techniques you can use to keep your teeth clean. First, I'm gonna ask Micah just a question or two. What's the hardest thing that you found about keeping your teeth clean with braces?
Just kind of like getting like all like underneath and like inside for like flossing braces and then brushing.
Okay, so the wires and the brackets, they're gonna get in your way and you gotta figure out how to get underneath them to get all the food out. Does it make brushing harder?
A little bit.
It makes it a little harder? What about the flossing?
Yes.
Definitely the flossing?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, some of these things can be a little bit more challenging. So if you're just used to like, you know, and done, yeah, that might not work for you. Is that what you learned?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta spend a little more time. You gotta spend a little more time. Check your teeth after you brush, after you floss. Make sure all the food, the gunk, we call it buzz, is off. That's how you can prevent your teeth from getting all yucky. And the gums too, right? A lot of people that go through braces get puffy gums. We don't want puffy gums. The other thing is hygiene with braces or Invisalign is really important, because if you don't take care of your teeth, you don't brush well, if you don't have good techniques, you don't spend enough time, you could end up with, like I said, puffy gums or cavities.
Oh, shoot.
Or spots on your teeth, all of which can cost money.
Money.
Your dentist will do a great job taking care of you, but if you're trying to avoid those things, it's just better to have good techniques and be committed to keeping your teeth clean, which Micah is. Let's show him how to do it. All right, here we are. We've laid Micah back. She's in our wonderful blueberry blue chair. It's nice and comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people fall asleep in our chairs, so if you need a nap, right, you can come here. It won't be a cheap nap, but let's talk about how to keep your teeth clean. So here is our little, you don't use this to keep your teeth clean. Okay, that's a mirror. Toothbrush. We've got what we call a floss threader and some floss. All right, and then in the dentist's office or your orthodontist office, they have this little gun-looking thing, water gun. It blows air and water. Okay, you can see the little symbols right there. Yeah, it's fun. We're gonna pretend like this is a Water Pik because it will simulate what you do with the Water Pik. So when we look at our mouth here, I'm gonna turn some light on. Like I said, Micah just started her braces. Smile for us. Okay, look at that. She already has her rubber bands in. She's so good. I'm gonna pop those out real fast. When we look in our mouth, these are the big square things, of course, are the brackets. This is the wire. And like Micah said, it gets kind of tricky to get underneath to clean out food, right? Usually you just take a toothbrush and you brush the front of your teeth, but now you've got this wire and the brackets in the way on the top and the bottom, and sometimes the brackets are really close to your gums. It's hard to get all the stuff, the food, the gunk that's underneath the brackets. So here's one of our toothbrushes. Our toothbrush comes with some toothpaste on it, so you just get it wet. But when you are brushing their teeth, there are a few things that you can do. First, you should get in front of a mirror so that you can see what you're brushing, what you're trying to get off the teeth. If you don't have a mirror, you don't really know, and you're just like, and you might miss something. Right here, we're gonna just show you in the front, right? When we brush, we wanna make sure that we're getting, these are called toothbrush bristles, right? Toothbrush bristles. If you have a soft bristles, those are good because they don't hurt the gums. And you can get the bristles and you try to squeeze them underneath the wire. Do you see how that fits underneath the wire like that? It kind of went underneath. There's the wire. Yep, and you can go underneath the brackets, right? And you do these little circle motions. And then you spend time on top of the teeth. Right? You spend time on top of the brackets, not on top of the teeth, on top of the brackets. And you do those same circular motions. You try to get all that food out, right? You can do that for the top and the bottom down here. That's how you brush, and you brush all the way around. And then once you're done brushing, then you're gonna go ahead and look in the mirror, make sure you got everything out. Your teeth should be nice and white and shiny. We wanna have good pink gums, nothing too puffy. Bright red gums, bleeding gums when you brush, those are signs that your gums maybe aren't very healthy and you need to get more of the food off your teeth. All right, so they should be shiny, clean looking, right? And your gums should be nice and pink and they should be well contoured. That means that they look defined, right? And you can tell the shape of the gums. So that's the toothbrush. I think the toothbrushing part is probably the most important. If you're not spending time brushing your teeth, whether you floss or rinse, it's just not good enough. You've got to spend time brushing if you have braces or Invisalign. Here is another tool that you can use with the braces. Normally for folks, when they're looking to floss their teeth, they just get this little string and they wrap it all up and then they all the way through the teeth. Well, with the wire here, it's kind of hard. You can go down a little bit, but then it gets stuck on the wire and you can't go down anymore. So we got to find a way to get it underneath the wire and then you can do your normal flossing. So we're going to show you. You can buy your floss threaders. Okay, it looks like a little needle, but it's not needle-ish at all.
English, please.
So we've got the floss threader and the floss, and you stick that through just like you're sewing, and you pull it together, right? Grab both ends, and then you can take your little floss threader, and we're gonna stick this part and go underneath the braces. Here we go. So we're gonna take this little piece, and we're gonna funnel it under here. Try not to poke yourself, right? So, or right there. So see how we did that? We went underneath the wire and we come out. You can even go down if you want. Sometimes it's people were like, hey, it's easier to just funnel it down under the wire, pull it all the way through. Okay, now what you don't want to do is pull it all the way out because then there's the floss will come out.
I'm sewing.
When you do it, make sure you put it down and you pull it part of the way through, and then once you get some of the floss through, then you're gonna start pulling it out. Pull it out, pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. Okay, and then you take your floss threader off. Now you've got your floss that's underneath the wire, and you can see why this takes kind of some time. Your floss is now underneath the wire. You can go down and you can floss underneath there, floss both sides of your tooth, and then you pull it out just like that. Unfortunately, you've got to do that for each tooth if you're going to use the old school flossing technique. That's why a lot of people consider the Water Pik, right? This is our pretend Water Pik. The Water Pik is basically a flossing system that uses water with pressure to shoot in the areas. So we're gonna show you what it looks like. So if you've got food around here, you can take the Water Pik and you try to spray underneath the wire, right around the gums. It gets kind of splashy, so see that? You spray underneath there, you try to get everything out. And then, since you'll be at your mirror, you can spit it out. Here, we're gonna close around that and suction it all out. You made Micah really wet, but that's what can happen with your Water Pik. Okay, open for me. Very good. The Water Pik, you want to make sure that you're considering the same things that you were with toothbrushing. You want to shoot around the gums. You want to make sure you're getting up above the brackets here, underneath, right around here. Same thing on the bottom. Get really close to the gums. Make sure you're getting around these areas. Otherwise, you end up with puffy gums, red gums that are just not healthy. I like the idea, there's no exact way that you have to do this, but I love the idea of doing the Water Pik or flossing first before you do the toothbrushing. You kind of get all the stuff out from underneath the brackets, right? That's what the flossing can help with. And you can kind of, if you're using the Water Pik that shoots underneath the brackets, it kind of push the food out, and then you use the toothbrush and you knock everything off, all the bulky stuff off. But there are plenty of people that do brushing first and then they clean everything out with the Water Pik, and that's just fine. You can do a final rinse with your mouth with water. I think that's a great technique. And then you should look. I got another alarm going.
Oh, brother!
And then after you've done all of your cleaning, remember that you should spend time in the mirror checking your work. All right, so we just finished with some cleaning techniques. Micah, how do you feel? Nice and clean?
Yes.
Do you feel instructed in the art of cleaning around your braces?
Yes.
Yeah? Did you have any questions that came up though during the process? Do you have any other thoughts about maybe what some of our viewers might be asking? Anything come to mind?
No, not really.
No, you felt pretty good, right? Brushing, flossing, and or water picking, and then checking your work, right? That's the fourth step. You don't need to be spending hours doing this, but you do need to spend time. You can't just go in there and get it all off in less than 2 minutes. You're gonna have to check your work and make sure everything looks good. Mom, do you have any ideas?
Don't water pick your mom.
Oh my goodness. Micah, do you do that?
Yes.
What? Wow, that is an off-brand use. We do not support water picking moms. Unless your mom has a water pick too, and then you can have a water pick fight.
Count me in.
Anyways, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. We're so grateful for Micah and her acting skills. I mean, she's not just an actress, she's a real live patient. Okay, she's a real live patient, but she did a great job in front of the camera. If you have any comments or questions about your own techniques, maybe you found something that works really well for you or your brand of water picks, some people might want to know what brand you use, feel free to share below. And of course, consider subscribing to the channel so that we can open your eyes to the wonderful world of straight teeth, clean teeth, and beautiful bites. That's all we've got, just a little PFOing so you know where you're going. Packard out.